It's honestly pretty tragic at this point to talk about Bam Margera. He's continuing to make things difficult for all around him, and you can't help but wonder if this free fall of his is going to end. Just in 2023, he has gone on a kind of crusade to try and get his son back in his life, but is doing it in all the worst ways. He's caused scenes in public places, blasted his ex-mother of his child online, and is fighting a court battle against her solely so that he can be absolved of all responsibility in helping her raise their kid. And now it's getting even worse.
But first, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. And with that being said, let's get straight into the video.
4. Getting cut off.
I can already
First,
tell
Bam.
you
Bam, say hello.
Hello. This is Shay, and this is Jay. Shay.
I'm
Derek.
I'm Shay J.
Are you
Derek.
really using two hands?
As noted, a number of recent stories have revolved around Bam Margera's ex, Nikki Boyd, and their custody agreement for son Phoenix. And according to TMZ, she's cut off communication between him and his son, seemingly due to a viral screaming incident from months ago, which resulted in Margera being arrested for public intoxication. In this new report, Margera's lawyer, Peter W. Thompson, claimed that Nikki Boyd is not allowing her ex to see their son or have any contact either on FaceTime or the phone.
Fuck yeah, because I already knew you're gonna win with one.
Let me get my fucking beer.
Hold on, wait. We're getting.
No, we're gonna flip this table.
Yeah, we're moving here. You got Bam.
The last time they were in contact was the day of the screaming match arrest, which was 2 months ago. Bam is also reportedly still trying to give his son Christmas gifts from months ago to no avail. Bam Margera and Nikki Boyd got married back in 2013 and had their child in September of 2017.
And Jay.
He's really got two hands
He's fucking
going.
tough. All right, let's go.
Go, Jay, go.
God damn.
Although there's been some discrepancy about the legality of their marriage, with Bam's team claiming that the paperwork never got filed and they were never legally married. But the former couple has reportedly been living separately since 2021, with Boyd filing for divorce as well as physical and legal custody of Phoenix. The situation is seemingly ongoing, and many are definitely invested on how it'll all shake out. Over the past few years, the former couple has been having a very public battle. Nikki Boyd claimed that Bam wasn't providing any financial support for their son.
Jay, don't
Well, I mean,
disappoint.
let's go with a second hand.
I know.
Jay, don't disappoint. Joy, he'll fatigue. He'll fatigue.
Fucking 1800.
He'll fatigue. He's laughing the whole time.
For his part, Margera is taking umbrage with not being able to see his son at all. We'll just have to see how the ongoing legal situation ultimately goes. One can only wonder what Phoenix thinks of all this, especially when you hear what Bam's latest move is to try and get what he wants. 3. The threat Bam Margera is having a meltdown because he hasn't seen his son in over 2 months, threatening to smoke crack until he's dead unless he gets to see his kid. The former Jackass star posted an alarming rant on his newest social media account, ripping his family and his estranged wife.
Bam, Bam.
Oh my god.
You won.
Fucking with me,
That's
weren't you?
20 bucks. That's what I heard.
Bam says Nikki and his relatives are driving him to drink, and he says waking up every day knowing he's probably not going to be able to speak to his son Phoenix makes things even worse. At the end of the video, Bam threatens to go down to the boardwalk to smoke crack with the bums until he's dead or until Nikki allows him to see his son. To say that this is a desperate move would be the understatement of the century. In fact, it actually proves Nikki's point about not letting Bam see his son, because if he's willing to say such things and do such things just to see his son, one can only imagine what will happen if he actually sees him.
But Bam always was like, when we were talking about Jackass 4,
Right.
they're like, you can't party, you can't do nothing.
Right, why is Wee Man allowed to
Why is Wee Man allowed to go party and all that? And it was like,
because Wee Man's not showing up in jails and psych wards and rehabs.
Yeah.
And like, Wee Man's not like... One time I tried to... I was just trying to get through to Bam, and I was like... I just typed into the search bar of TMZ... Bam Margera, just to kind of go through just the feed of his art, and it was like so gnarly.
That's not say that he would hurt young Phoenix, but given all that Bam has done in 2023 alone, it wouldn't be odd for him to say, take Phoenix on a trip, and then try to disappear so that Nikki can't take him away from Bam. It's a scary thought, but is it really out of the realm of possibility right now? We don't think it is. Nikki's attorney David Glass tells TMZ, unfortunately that's not how the addictions work. People's behavior does not drive others to drink. This is a typical defense mechanism, and it shows that Bam may not have learned much in his past addictions treatment. You have to take responsibility for your own actions. Nikki sincerely hopes that Bam can first achieve and then maintain sobriety for his own good and for the good of their son. That's a very fair response, unlike what Bam did. It also should be noted that Bam said in another recent video aimed at someone else that he was done drinking or doing things that hurt him and his family. And yet he said he would smoke crack until he dies, so that's kind of a mixed message there. Nicki's demands. Nicki just filed new legal docs this week seeking sole physical and legal custody over Phoenix plus $15K a month in child support. In those docs, Nicki says visitation for Bam can be on the table as long as it's supervised and he completes rehab programs for drug and alcohol abuse. Given all we know about Bam, those aren't the worst requirements in the world, but you can easily imagine what Bam said when he heard such things. He likely thinks that Nicki is trying to take him for his money and keep Phoenix forever away from him, and yet, if he was to complete the rehab program, he arguably would be in a better place and he would get to see his son. Isn't that the whole point of his tirade recently? That's not to say that Bam has $15K to give Nicki each month, but such things can be negotiated. Bam, meanwhile, has tried to get the entire case against him dismissed, which is rather callous, yet very on brand for all he's done recently. Nicki also wants Bam to cover her attorney fees of at least $50K. At the moment, she says she's bringing in very little income, less than $4K a month between family support and public assistance. In the docs, she says she's found a house but needs Bam's financial support to make it work, and she argues he's more than capable of making support payments. Nicki claims Bam's net worth is reportedly around $55 million, considering his longtime success in TV media, but she's concerned he might be hiding assets and being reckless with money. We're not sure if we agree with that number, but even if it's a fraction of that, he can help with payments. And in regard to being reckless with money, we totally understand that fear, given that he's been reckless with every other part of his life recently, including how he treats his own brother. The other major issue that has seen Bam Margera in court was the attack that he did on his brother, Jess. This was the incident that led to Bam being charged for simple assault, among other things. Ironically, Jess has tried to maintain a positive outlook on things. I'm trying to stay positive. Bam really is the sweetest guy when he isn't messed up, Jess Margera wrote in one tweet when things first happened. But since his meth habit, he's unrecognizable and I really don't know what he's capable of, adding that Bam had recently been hallucinating and screaming at a person that wasn't there. In another tweet, Jess wrote that he's obviously very worried about Bam, but is extremely worried that there is an 8-year-old child with him and his girlfriend. I can't even imagine the environment in that car right now, he said. She doesn't deserve this unnecessary trauma. And when one fan called Jess out about it, he fired back, "Make peace? Lol, a dude that's been up on meth for a week and screaming at his shadow on the wall randomly attacked me while I was making a cup of coffee and was screaming about killing my dad. I still don't even know what he was mad at," Jess wrote. Bam wasn't afraid to spit some insults on his brother after this. "Well, my brother made false accusations of me being on meth, but when I wear to God in Phoenix, the wolf's life, I'm not. I went with my lawyers to urgent care. Guess what, Jesse Margera? The results are negative. Now you will be evicted from Castle Bam sooner than later. Get your F*** in S*** out homeowner. Oh wait, not no more." Bam also said for the sake of his son Phoenix, he's done drinking, saying, "I have been through official turmoil with my family." Jess wasn't moved by this, and more recently he posted more messages about how he was worried about his brother. "I hope none of you ever have to hurt as much as me right now," Jess Margera wrote in an Instagram story over the weekend. "He is dying and there is nothing I can do about it." Sadly, many wonder if there's anything that can be done for Bam at this point. And there you have it, everyone. A look at what Bam and his ex are doing to each other to try and bring their terrible relationship to new heights. Are you saddened by these new developments? Do you feel that there is no way it's going to end well for either side? Or do you think that there may be hope for them yet? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and we'll see you next time on the channel.